Yo, welcome back to Tales of Arc, and if you're enjoying the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. But we're back to some Genshin Impact Chapter 3, Act 1. So, we finally got to Somaru. We kind of tripped a bit, and then they told us, hey, you weren't tripping, you actually saw the World Tree. It's a thing our people do here, essentially. And then they're like, well, since you're all good and dandy now, and you're used to the drug, well, the residue from the smoke from the drug, you can go on into the main city. But yeah, and then when we got here, they're like, hey, welcome to Somaru. Here we have something called the internet. Here, let me share my Wi-Fi password with you. And that's essentially how we got to the internet. And then we tried to ask Google, hey, where is the Archon? Hey, what's the Greater Lord Archon and the Lesser Lord? Or any of these questions. But it turns out it's like a VIP membership citizenship thing where the longer you've been here, the more like what's the word? The more information you have access to, basically. So, because we just got here like literally 2-3 days, we don't have access to those important information. But yeah, so they told us to meet someone up here, so let's go. Oh, he has the Wi-Fi thing.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
I think you misunderstood us. We're not here to discuss academics.
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Is this a student, you think?
Let's see... Ah, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
It's so weird. It's just...
Sorry.
It's like the internet, but it's not the internet. It's their version of the internet. But it's like the equivalent to the school internet. How, you know how when you're in the school and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna watch some YouTube or I'm gonna play some Flash game. But then when you get to it, it says pages block. So then you have to find a way around that by using a VPN or find a proxy site like hidemyip.com or proxy my website, whatever. So then you go to that proxy website, then you type in YouTube so you can watch YouTube by bypassing the school block system. I'm not sure how they do it now, but this was back in my day. So yeah, unless you have a USB, you can also do that, because we used to do that with Halo and just play multiplayer because on local LAN. Those were the days.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
I don't know, either she's dead, she's not here. I mean, no, there's no way she's dead, what am I saying? That's stupid. I mean, what? Because I said that, then they released her character like a couple months back or something. No, maybe a year. Because we're like on chapter 4 right now. So yeah, it's like maybe a year or like many months back. And it was the little girl. There's no way they would release a dead characters. I'm sorry to all the people hoping for copium for that one Fire Witch character from the Fatui. Because if they did, they would have released her. And they damn didn't release her. So all the copium that people are huffing. So she's alive. So I'm assuming she's a figurehead or a public. Because there's no way they would introduce two characters that are kind of the same. Like, kind of like rule with a iron fist. Plus, it's a little girl. I doubt she's as strong as Raiden is. And Raiden gets Well, she gets shit done, whether it's like she's wrong or right. She still does it. So she feels like she rules and reigns over Inazuma, while from what I seen now, kind of looks like she's just an icon. She doesn't really have any ruling power. She's like Queen Elizabeth when Queen Elizabeth was alive for UK. Like, she's there and all, but she doesn't make like important decisions that I know of. I'm not from the United Kingdom, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse.
Oh,
Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
oh.
Aw, but then what can we do?
Why would he say it's a lack of information?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas.
I feel like that's really suspicious, though. I feel like the Secret Service would just attack us or find us sus or
And
something.
besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Isn't it because he really, really loves plant? And that's like, it's fascinating to him. It's like how I watch LTT. Linus is so like passionate about computer tech and all that. Or when I watch Blind Wave, they're so passionate about Star Wars when I don't understand or care if Luke at this moment was feeling this and he done this, or he like had this epiphany or a moment, or the small one part in the movie changed a lot because it made a big impact. Like, I don't know. It's just Star Wars. That's all I see.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
6 great sages? Is that like the wizards that, well, I mean, they're called sages. The sages protects the Archon. It's like her 6th guardian or something. So by area of expertise, you meant this kind of stuff?
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now?
What's this
Even if
sus
we
guy
want
in the
to
back?
talk
Is
to
he
someone,
listening, eavesdropping
we
on
don't
us?
know anybody here.
No, there's still one other person we know.
Huh? Like who?
Ad Australia. Catherine.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Man, this place is really bustling, huh? It's like palm trees. It's like Florida. Except without the bad weather. Sorry to any you people from Florida watching. I only went there like 2-3 times. 2 for the beach. Oh, I was about to say, is that guy from Mondstadt? No, it's just the same model.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
What the? She sounds like an AI. Why? I guess the voice actor or whoever told her to voice it like this made her talk like Siri, or like, you know, those phone things when you call and it's like the AI thing. It's not AI. I mean, it's like the I don't know what's it called when it's like pre-recorded computer system thing. It's just so funny. I mean, that's
I
like low
apologize,
res.
but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
What? Is this Catherine a computer?
Aw, another dead end. Well,
Are they not
we
suspicious?
can't help
I
us,
am
but we
suspicious.
don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Oh, that's
We're
interesting.
30.
So they
What a
hire
weird name.
defense. Oh, well, to be fair, they don't train warriors or anything. And I guess it's like a mutual benefit. They give them money, and they get the people of Sumeru gets the protection. It's like protection fee, kinda. Except they're not mugging them.
They are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you
Oh, I
two
forgot to
the
read
best
that.
of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
All right, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go.
Is it in town, or is it like far away? Oh, this is part of the guy who trades for my coins after I'm done collecting like the dendro stuff. Oh, it's the board.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
I mean, it's better than just wasting our time.
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid.
A proud race of people.
It isn't just us, though. If
King
you
of the
ask
North.
me, I think most in Sumeru
Or the desert.
aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Because it's lesser lord and not greater
Just
lord.
take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugurdevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
That sounds really petty if you think about it. Like, sure, I understand if this new Archon was like voted in and or something, but this is like her legitimate child. I think. Unless it's not. Could be a clone. Do gods even have sex? Or do they just asexually reproduce? Whatever it is, this is her child. And this child is not immortal. It's like pure divinity. It's a god. Like, and from her character release, she's like, what, 5 years old or something? I feel like you should put respect upon that name.
Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugurdevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned,
So,
she's just a god that exists.
so she's worse than Queen Elizabeth, pretty much. A worse public figurehead. It's like, because a figurehead would be like, oh, it's there, it's in the open. Everyone knows they're important, but they're gonna make decision. But this, she's not even well known, or she's like barely in the forethought of people's mind.
Really?
I guess that's why people don't respect her or anything.
All of that.
They just respect that she's a god and that's it. Other than that, they don't really care.
But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the god of wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
It sounds like sass.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
After leaving the city of Rexar, you question several people in Sumeru City. I wonder if I have access to the board right now.
Osfond was right about most people's
I also
attitudes
kind of think
here.
someone's gonna step on this platform on the left right here.
Not only are
Nope,
they
I was
not
wrong.
interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
Aren't you curious? I would
We've
be.
been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything
I guess they're just satisfied with their status quo, dual quo, whatever it's called. Like keeping the bare minimum.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I feel like Tainari would.
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
That's what
From
coincidence.
the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
He died.
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity.
So it was Spados? No, that's not the word. Placebo? It's is it? It's called the placebo effect? Where he thought it was something that he couldn't do or avoid. But in actuality, because he went on this journey trying to look for this answer, he managed to gain strength to be able to handle the oncoming calamity. So he kind of like, he faked himself out, but like I was gonna say he faked it till he make it. But no, he actually did do it in the end.
At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
What an amazing story.
Thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story.
I feel like
is
it's just a
also
tale
one
to
of the
boost
Dendro
boost
Archon's
confidence.
avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else
Is
about
this like the
her?
Secret Service looking for
Of
us?
course. So did you two know that? I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's.
Oh
going on.
gosh, it is.
Let's
See?
chat another day.
Because Is this a conspiracy theory story? We know too much, or we're asking too much about the Lesser Lord, so they're here to take us away? Look at them. They're pretending. Look at these fakers.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think something to do with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Imagine if she was actually there.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Catch up to Dunyarzad. I hope. Okay, thank God Steam isn't open. I was afraid the Steam keyboard will open up again. Oh, it's around.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good.
Damn, I forgot to read it
There's a
again.
tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
I was thinking maybe if Aether was taller and much more toned, he could carry her.
Let's move out.
But no,
Stay
we're
behind.
doomed to play
We'll
as a
keep an
young
eye out for
kid.
anyone looking for you.
Aether's like, I don't know, 16 or something. Even though he's like 1,000 something years old from world traveling. I hate when you're like forced to play again. Play a young character or protagonist. Like, I wouldn't mind it. Well, is Hazel a kid also? A teen, or is he a teenager? Because he has a nice ass combos.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dehya.
Oh, the character I want to play. It's too bad I don't know how to make HP work.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
Is she a noble?
My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
Is she also a cat lady? Because she kind of looks like she has ears. Does she have a tail? You know, in a way, it kind of makes me think of that one anime, Musho Tensei, whatever. Except she's not huge, muscular, or busty like her.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey!
It's a fight.
Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation.
And you don't pay my salary.
Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are
Exactly.
my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time, and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Oh, wait. She just said... I didn't put two to two together till now. It just clicked. I read it. At first, I was like, huh, that's weird. But then I was like, oh, probably something else. But she said that her people was looking for her. So that wasn't Secret Service. That was just her, the mercenary her family hired to protect her and works for them. So they were looking for her to bring her back home.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dehya, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dehya, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
This voice sounds really familiar.
Thank you, Dehya. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Her voice kind of reminds me of someone I heard from Achievement Hunter or Let's Play back then when I used to watch them. Back then when Ryan was there. Right?
Don't worry about it, my lady.
Oh no, I gotta look this
I
up.
like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
Alright, it isn't. It's she's voiced by Amber May. I don't know who that is, honestly.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two.
Because I thought she
Don't
was the
mind, I'd like
I
for
forgot
you to
what's her
join
name
us.
from Achievement Hunter. She's not in that many video now that I think about it.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But I forgot I think she did cosplay.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dehya, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Man, some nice jazz music with this food. No need to break the bank. We eat whatever you were. Don't worry about it. We pay for our own food.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
What are you talking about? We're rich. We have so much money. I can like plus 10 so many characters if I wanted. Yeah, if I wanted to and I wasn't so lazy to go farm.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes?
No.
They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
I'm not a fan of cake, but that burrito or fajita or gyro looks super good. Not the chicken though, it looks rubbery.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
But you cooked it slime before. That voice crack.
What do you have against my slime dishes?
After ordering, you continue chatting with the Yazayar and Lesser about
We
Lesser
had a lot of
Lord.
people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser
What the
Lord
hell is-
Kusanali.
Are those
So,
people
what do we do with
eavesdropping?
power?
Their eyes are looking at us. Or it's just because it's like an NPC thing where when you're nearby NPC, they automatically look at you or face your general direction. It's so weird looking there at their side eyes.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room.
Oh god, that's the
I was
worst.
terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that
I had that
moment, an
happen
ethereal
twice,
voice
I believe.
spoke in my mind.
I forgot, was it sleep paralysis?
Dunyarzad,
Paralyzed or
don't be
whatever?
scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Or you could just say, I'm God. I'm talking to you through your dream. I feel like that's so easy to quick to understand.
Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
If you know everything, I feel like this is a really easy question for you. Easy question to be answered, I guess, or maybe she just wants her to ask her herself.
What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
So what you're saying, you're like Frieza. That's a terrible comparison. But it's, I mean, follow me now. Hold on, let me finish. She's not that strong yet. But if she trains, or when she gets older, or no, I guess you can compare it to, is it Irie from My Hero Academia? She can control her rewinding. But if she trains enough and gets older, she might be able to. But then that'll kind of be a cheat code for the entire series, so that'll be so overpowered. But essentially, she's kind of like that at this point.
Then, can you be my friend? After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during
God, the
those
side
days,
eyeing, so
that
bad.
voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
So you believe the voice you heard was Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday.
Well, at least they did that right.
I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
I feel like the Academy, whoever's making the decision, are just all these old people that are making dumb decisions or don't understand anything. Or them in their petty ass, like, old ways. You know what they say, you can't teach your old dogs new tricks.
Maybe they see
They need to get them all fired. Replace them with, like,
of Greater Lord
the newer generation.
So they're...
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I feel like you just got scammed.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilou, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more up prepared, so I had Nilou sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilou to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dehya, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Can we also come along?
But of course. Nilou will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
The Trail of the God of Wisdom. Alright, so let's continue on. I don't know. I feel like the secret academy with police will show up, if there is one. But I guess they could just throw mercenary at us or something, because they don't really have a what's the attacking force, an army. Oh god, why did I think that was run? Where is this? Oh, it's below. Why they? I guess it's for the tease.
Sorry I'm late, Nilou.
Like, why they always show the lower part first, then they move up slowly?
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dehya's here, that means you got caught, right?
Man, it's so distracting how the voice syncing is not good in any of the language.
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
I was playing Japanese at first, and then it was too distracting. Then I tried Chinese, and then it was still the same, and I was like, well, might as well just play in English then.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're
So you're followers
Oh.
from another land?
Truthfully, no. Yep,
That's wonderful.
might as well lie.
You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad,
I really like her
we've
design.
already started
Mainly
decorating Grand Bazaar.
the veil.
It looks
I like the horns on it. It
spectacular.
looks cool.
Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
I was about to say, imagine if they made her a scamming character. Like, I seen her on the banner, but like, I don't know anything about her.
Wow, this place is amazing.
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
That's a stupid
We didn't
question.
want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Why didn't anyone come to handle it? We all know why. It's because they don't like the Lesser Lord, and they knew the festival was for her. So they're like, nah, might as well not waste resources on it. If it was for the Greater Lord, they probably would send like 8 people to try and fix it as quickly as they can.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
Oh, never mind. I didn't shut my goddamn mouth, because I was wrong.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
Campbell, oh well, I was wrong. Well, that's why I'm not story writing,
We can't let
because I'm
that
talking out
happen.
my ass.
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore.
Do you guys not like travel around like a theater trope or something?
Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover.
I feel like cultural difference is like a big thing to wisdom too. Like knowledge. Like performance play, having it all down in like the collection for the internet, whatever it's called, I forgot. Yasha, yeah.
The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilou, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
Dancing.
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Yeah, because it's when she died, they made this holiday for her death. Because it was originally for her birthday, and then she died. But then it was also the day when they found the Lesser Lord. So they marked it as her birthday, and they made it then they changed it to celebrate her birthday. But because it's about the Lesser Lord, they don't really care that much about it.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, Countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
That sounds somewhat bittersweet.
Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive.
I mean, some of them probably died during the war or had to fight each other.
Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilou,
Something's
you of all
gonna ruin
people
it,
will
isn't it?
definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler in Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
You sure it's not because you want in on the fun? You sure it's not because you want to watch the new... Nope, it's...
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides,
She wants
it's
food.
Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
That's true. The more the merrier.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Sounds like a plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler in Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
I mean, I still feel like there's a conspiracy theory.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
So it's like Halloween mixed in. Oh, it was like a... I guess that's like... No, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Oh.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
True. Can't have a party without if everyone's just sitting around or near the wall like a wallflower.
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord.
Why not for both?
My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sub-Zeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Yeah, I'm like, why couldn't they just do it for both? I mean, you don't have to do it for just one. It's not like you're like, I guess they want the Great Lord to feel more special compared to the Lesser Lord.
Let's see.
But I don't know, would gods really be that petty about it? It's not like they're like God from Greek mythology, like Zeus or something, where they're all just so petty about every single little thing.
Nilou, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Oh, that's cool.
Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
It's AI Catherine. This is the most I've seen Catherine done. It's instead of standing at the booth.
Come to think of it,
Yeah, the
I've
counter.
never seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her.
'Cause she's a
taking
robot.
break. Hey, Catherine.
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
This is a different Catherine. This is not the same one as the one at the counter. Is this one the real one and the other one's the robot one?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions.
Why'd she say it like that? There's two, isn't there? The other one's a robot.
But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take YouTube, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
This one has so much feeling in her voice compared to the other one.
Clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the Sabuzo festival?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
Nope, there she goes.
There's something really different
There's
about
two.
Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon,
Oh, hey, Dehya. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about Dunzer you're on?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilou's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan! Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dehya!
Alright, so it's oh no, it's outside. Well, I like to finish, but I don't think I have enough time because I gotta go, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll probably just stop for now. This is a long quest. Well, either that or there's just a lot of dialogues and cutscenes, really. So yeah, so we met Robot Catherine, and then there's the other Catherine that has more feeling than her, like more emotion in her voice. Because the other one sounds like Siri or an AI or one of those monotone voice when you call like a business place and then they like dial 1 or 2 or whatever. We also met Dehya, the character I want, except she's HP and I don't know how to make an HP DPS, unfortunately. So, and then we met Darzarya, who sounds like Charizard, or almost seems like it. Seems to be one of the rare few that knows about Lesser Lord, and she's been telling us how much everyone thinks that Lesser Lord's a fraud compared to the Greater Lord. So they're just treating her like shit with no respect because she's not their Greater Lord, or she's not my president. Some stuff like that, some petty crap like that. I feel like the Academy people are just full of old people. And then learn about the celebration and the theater trope, who for some reason is mistreated. I feel like theater, dancing, arts brings like different views of cultures like to their nation. Like it'd be like, oh hey, we learned something from Inazuma, this fan dance, and then they bring it back and they show it. That's like wisdom. That's like information, intel. Like I would assume like the Academy would want to know the cultures of every other nations, because like wisdom is wisdom, right? More knowledge is power. So I feel like that's so weird. Maybe because it's like, I don't know, I guess maybe it's like equivalent to back then thinking of, what is it, Quincy's? No, that's Bleach.
No, I mean literally. I need to
Gypsy. Like gypsies are like witches, or like they're like the devil or Satan or something that's not part of the Christianology or their religion or something, and they're looked frowned upon. This got kind of like here, like when Yu-Gi-Oh cards used to be satanic and people used to hate it and you weren't allowed to bring it to school. So with Pokemon and all that, I wonder if it's something equivalent to that, or because it feels weird. Just feel like there's like a big cultural thing you can learn from. But I'm an idiot and I don't know much. Just like how my sentences are like really messed up. But yeah, so can't wait to see where this goes moving forward. I still feel like it's a conspiracy theory. I was wrong about the Secret Service because those were guards hired by her family, but I feel like there's some people silencing believers of Lesser Lord. I don't know. It sounds really sus. This whole kingdom sounds sus. Like they're hiding stuff. But if there's anyone that's gonna uncover this dirty secret, it's gonna be Hazel.
Intuition tells me that something very interesting is about to happen.
See? But anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.